Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, Sell Rules, week number 50, ending March 22nd, 2019. I'm sharing my stock journey as I practice and develop my sell rules. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I've bought, nor an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. Here's my basic premise. If you're not familiar with them, you can pause and read them. I added one sell rule this week where I would put my floor at my 50-day simple moving average that I can use for large and mega cap stocks. You'll see that I bought a mega cap stock this week, and I think that I need to give it more room to fluctuate. According to investors.com, the market did move into uptrend under pressure this week. So it is no longer in a confirmed uptrend, and I'm going to hold off purchasing stocks until the stock market moves back into a confirmed uptrend. The S&P was looking pretty nice last week, and by the end of this week, it had tanked. It's fallen below that key resistant point that I had set, the lowest one, 28.17. And the first 3 days of the week, it was looking okay. Thursday, it was good. And then Friday, it just fell apart, and a lot of stocks did not hold well. The VIX is the volatility index. I like to see that below 16. The lower, the better on this one. The yellow line is that 16 point, and this index did close above that. It went up almost as high as 18, and we'll see if what the next week brings. I did sell 4 stocks this week, and I also purchased 4 stocks this week. One of the stocks, HEXO, was a purchase and a sell. This is a bar chart showing the stocks that I have sold this week. You can see that CTRE and WP were both sold for a profit, and Chegg, CHGG, and HEXO both sold for a loss. HEXO, I purchased this on 3/19 for $7.10. This is a cannabis IPO stock. The green line is showing my purchase price with that little orange box showing the day I purchased. The yellow line is my 8% loss floor. And you can see that on Friday, 3/22, this stock did sell. It did close below that point. Chegg, I held this stock for 8 days and it was down 6%. I sold it for a $596 loss. CTRE, I had moved this floor up to that 13-day simple moving average, and I've held the stock for 35 days. It did trigger a sell on 3/19. I got out of the stock with a 5% gain. So I'll check this one in a few weeks and see if I would have kept it at that blue line, the 28-day exponential moving average, if I would have been better off, but only time will tell. So I got out with my 5%. WorldPay, WP, this stock got acquired and it had a big jump up in price. So I held this for 7 days and it was up 10%. I took a $985 gain. So awesome. There's 3 stocks that I've purchased this week that I still hold at the end of the week. They're all down, and I'll go over their charts now. ACB, this is another cannabis stock. I've held this for 3 days and it is down 6%, and I kept my floor at that 8% below the purchase price. I had liked this stock because 7 of the last 10 days were up when I purchased it, and 4 of those up days had been up in higher volume. It does have a nice relative strength line of 95. The composite rating is 75, and StockDoc does not like it. It's an E. QTNA, this is a play on 5G. It's a telecommunications company. I've held it for 5 days and it's down 7%. The floor is at 8% below the purchase price, so it is pretty close to triggering that floor. When I purchased this stock, 7 of the last 10 days were up. 4 of them were up in higher volume. It was a little extended over the pivot point, but it was tight for several days, so I felt that I could buy it. It had a relative strength of 95, a composite rating of 99, and StockDoc had an A-. The third stock that I bought this week is Google, GOOG. I've held it for 1 day and it's down 1%. And I do have that floor at the 28-day exponential moving average. 6 of the last 10 days were up days, and 3 of those were in higher volume. And I consider this an early buy point in a cup pattern. Here's my 8 holdings that I've held for more than a week, and I've put them in order by the weakest to the strongest. So the 2 strongest ones have those up arrows, number 7 and 8. Number 5 and 6 are basically going sideways, and all the other ones are down. I'm going to review these in the order of weakest to strongest. WWE is the weakest. It's down 2.5% in the 8 days that I held it, and last week I had held it just 3 days and it was up 4%. So it's dropped 6.5% since its high point since I bought it. Tandem, I've held this for 7 days and it's down 5.6%. I do have the floor at the 8% below the purchase price. Bold, I've held this for 6 days and it's down 3%, and I still have the floor at 8% below the purchase price. Keys, I've held this for 8 days and it's down 0.7%. Netflix, I've held this for 8 days and it's basically flat. This is what I'm considering one of the large cap stocks. It has a market cap of 157 billion, and I like to keep this stock for a long-term play. So I did keep that floor. I put it at that I put the floor at the 50-day simple moving average. It is above that 8% mark, and I'm hoping that this stock can hold that. ADP, this is a stock that I've held the longest. I've held it for 29 days and it's up 3.7%. And I did raise the floor to the 28-day exponential moving average. CyberArk, I've held this for 8 days and it's up 1.5%. And the floor is at that 28-day exponential moving average. The best performing stock is Fortinet, FTNT. I've held it for 8 days and it's up 1%. At the end of week 50, I have a cash balance of $12,663. This is my current gains in the dollar value. I sort with my losers on the top with the idea if I take care of my losers, my winners will take care of themselves. So this is a pretty scary time for holding stocks for me. I've noticed that it takes about 4 weeks for me to get to a break-even point where I am in the profit zone. So I have most of my stocks I've only held for 1 or 2 weeks, and you can see quite a few of them are down. So I do have my floors in place, and hopefully they won't all trigger losses this week. This is my weekly holdings change by percentage, sorted with the losers on the top. And you can see that I have 5 losers that have more than a 2% loss this week. And I have 3 that have between 1 and 2% loss this week. The only stock that really performed well, there's 2 of them, Fortinet, FTNT with a 2.3% gain, and CYBR with a 1.8% gain. My industry breakdown shows that I'm still quite diversified, and my weekly tracker has that red mark on my win percentage. Not doing too well there. I have 11 stocks, but only 4 of them are winning trades, 7 of them are losing trades. And I did end up selling 4 positions this week. My benchmark is showing that at the end of 50 weeks, I'm up 20% versus 5.4% for the S&P for the same time period. My year-long experiment is almost over. What do you guys think I should do? Should I continue? Should I go for 100 weeks and see what happens, or until I hit my 200K goal? Or should I just start over and do another year practicing these sell rules I've developed? Or should I focus on buy rules? Or stop, not share anymore? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel.